Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with a blast from the past. You probably forgot about her. You probably thought she was a dinosaur, or maybe you just thought she was extinct. But the Mother Witch is finally back. After Supercell decided to smack the Mother Witch with the Nerf hammer, her health points have been at an all-time low, and it makes it feel like you're running a log bait deck. Essentially, log plus any unit attacking it will finish off the Mother Witch. Same thing with arrows. So that's why I decided, hey, let's just run Dark Goblin and guards and fix this problem. If our opponent doesn't have any spells or good way of removing the Mother Witch, she was extremely broken before the nerf. So if we bait out our opponent's spells, the Mother Witch is going to be like any good mama and create a feast. Those piggies are going to be living large and feasting upon the tower with the Mother Witch home-cooked meals of all of our opponent's units. Besides having the Mother Witch in the deck, there are so many threats. Our opponent can never look away for a second because we've got Dark Goblin and Mini P.E.K.K.A with guards and rage. Every single one of our cards, when it's raged up, is a huge threat. It can move out of the way of our opponent's spells and attack faster than ever. So if our units are left alone, our opponents will definitely have to atone. So let's go jump straight some games with the most aggressive rage deck that Clash Royale has seen in a long time, and assert dominance. And a huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Hey, so jumping into this one, this guy's already asking me why so serious. Dude, I'm the least serious person you could ever meet in your life. We're gonna test the waters here with the Dark Goblin, force out the log.
I got a bad feeling about this.
And you know what? Mother Witch is essentially log bait at this point. One hit from any unit plus a log is able to finish her off. So she's pretty useless if your opponent has log in cycle. I'm glad that that's not in cycle yet. Also, I gotta have the element of surprise when I'm using her. That was so close to locking onto your tower. Oh man, I feel like I got robbed there. I was hoping he would go for like skeletons to distract the Mini P.E.K.K.A here. Oh, he's got Mother Witch too. Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now. You just do not see that card anymore, but this man, he's wilding with it. All right, maybe the Mini P.E.K.K.A is able to go behind. I hope so. Yes! Somehow the Mini P.E.K.K.A went behind the Goblin Giant. I'm not going to question it. I will be happy forever. That was one of the most ridiculous interactions and the best luck I've had in a long time. And this guy is furious. You guys can tell with the emotes. He's not having a good time. I'm going to snowball on top of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Ah, no, never mind. He's not going to go in for anything else. So we're fine. We're able to snipe the Mega Minion and also be able to shut down the rest of the stuff because the splash damage from our Dark Prince pops off on the Royal Giant and his DP as well. Okay, I don't think we get a hit there, but that would have been some nice thoughts. Remember, this guy's got Mother Witch. So it's likely not going to be in our best interest to go in for guards in that lane, so we might want to go for guards on the other side, bait out the Mother Witch there, kind of just soak up the damage from the piggies.
Well, I guess I'm a pig now.
Let's go in for a Dark Goblin afterward to assassinate all of his other stuff, and then maybe bait out a log. When the log's out of cycle, we can come out to play and have our way with our Witch. The bad thing is, when his Fisherman is in cycle, that's going to be a serious problem. I hate playing against Fishermen when you rely on a huge tank to go and cross the river and do damage. So I'm hoping that we can get that out of cycle and then we can vibe afterward. The Dark Prince here on the same side, and this might be the most difficult matchup that we play against all day. Fisherman, I would say, is the only matchup that I look at with this deck, and I'm like, yeah, don't want to play against that. Where are all the spooky skeletons, man? Where'd they go? Maybe we can go for, like, Goblin Giant and then guards off to the side like this. So he'll probably log the guards. I would expect him to. Maybe he doesn't. He can't Fisherman because the guards are body blocking off to the side. If you guys weren't able to figure that out, that's why we did it. I'm going to go in for a Dark Prince, and then look at us popping off. So he relies so heavily with the Fisherman, and then because he wasn't able to use the Fisherman, he was just completely befuddled. He's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm dazed and confused, and I have no way of stopping this.
How are you?
So he's going to RG. I think that's a vibe. He's going to go for a Fisherman. Oh, no, I wasn't able to disrupt it in time. This might be terrible. Oh, my goodness. This is a tragedy right now, guys. We're definitely losing the tower, but can I bounce back? Can I go in for a Goblin Giant and rage it and make our opponent rage? After he has this celebration of taking my tower, is it going to be a short-lived celebration, or is he going to be a very happy camper? Come on, Goblin Giant, ruin the game for this man. Okay, I need to go in for some more elixir. I need to start spamming this guy like a savage, because it looks like it's going to be a problem if he goes in for an RG. He does immediately. So I'm going to go in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to go in for... Oh, I should have went for the guards first. I didn't expect him to go for a Fisherman immediately. That was pretty interesting to go in for a Fisherman like so quickly and make a prediction. So well played on our opponent's end. I'm going to go for a Goblin Giant here. I should be able to rage up all this stuff. This is our moment. This is our time. This is our calling. We got to hit a lot right now. Maybe the Goblin Giant's able to do enough. Are you serious? Yo, Goblin Giant, are you just going to take out the tower from 2,000 HP? Sure. Why don't you, dude? Goblin Giant plus Rage is absolutely busted. Here we go, guys. Let's get it. So C2, I wonder if this guy's going to see where we're coming from right now with the Mother Witch. I guarantee most people do not even know that this card exists anymore. Like, after Mother Witch got nerfed, it just got wiped off the face of the map. Oh, this guy will likely end up having an Elixir Golem deck, or he's going to have Lumberjack, Balloon, Freeze when we see the Electro Dragon. I'm going to try to snipe it with my Dark Goblin. I don't know how successful this is going to be, but Dark Goblin locks onto the tower, so it's looking pretty good for me. And I can go and kite everything to the other side with this Goblin Giant. Minimize the amount of value that he gets with the dragons, and be able to kill the Dark Prince. So that works out pretty well for me. If I can keep the Electro Dragon alive, I can activate King Tower. So this might be a weird transaction to keep this thing alive, but I want to. I want to thrive. Do I use the Mother Witch here? I think I do. I think I use the Mother Witch to activate King Tower and show my true intentions. Here we go, guys. So if we're playing against Elixir Golem or Golem, he's going to be one sad sir. Also, Mother Witch is going to bait out more Elixir because he's not going to let that thing just, you know, go ham on top of the Mega Minion. So he's going to drop some other stuff. And we knew that, so I protected my Mother Witch with the guards. And then I can go for Mini P.E.K.K.A to get more Piggies. Mini P.E.K.K.A plus Rage when you have the Piggies tanking for it just pops off. It's one of the most ridiculous tactics in the game. You don't even need a tank if you just have an infinite number of Piggies. Also, I wonder if it's better for me to go for a Dark Prince here. It's better if he does defend. If he doesn't defend, he just sacks the tower and goes Golem in the back, then I look like an idiot for dropping a 4 Elixir card. Awesome. I'm so happy you dropped the Dark Prince there. Is that going to charge onto the tower? It was so close, guys. I was eyeing it up, and I thought we had it on lock. So I'm going to go in for Dark Goblin here. I wonder if that's going to be able to kill. It doesn't look like it. I should have dropped it slightly lower. With the King Tower activation, I might have been fine if I had dropped it lower. I guarantee he goes in for a Golem in the back, so we'll go other side. Goblin Giant, and then maybe Mother Witch, depending on what I'm feeling. I can Mother Witch if he goes in for the Electro Dragon, because then it's going to be able to kill that. He might just let that thing roll. So I'm not going to overcommit with my Goblin Giant simply because I know that I need to savor the flavor with the Mini P.E.K.K.A on defense. If I can make this work out, I can win the game because I've done devastating damage to the right-hand side. So all I have to do is defend at this point. So I'm going to Rage it up. I can maybe even get a Dark Goblin down. With the King Tower activated and a Dark Prince in my hand, I think we are in a good spot. Great Tornado on my opponent's end. It is what it is. I'll just snowball this, and then I think I can get guards down again, so then the Prince locks onto that. The only difficulty arises is if this guy decides to spam more stuff at the river. 39 seconds, and this guy's going in for a Golem. Dude, I'm going to test the waters with a Goblin Giant and just say that you're not going to be able to 3-crown me. So I will take your tower. I will guarantee that I snag that tower. You have mission impossible. 26 seconds with a Golem push. Are you going to be able to 3-crown me? I highly doubt it. I've got Dark Prince, I've got Rage, I've got a lot of things to bounce you back with the Snowball, so I'm here for it, my dude. He's going to be spamming everything he's got. I don't even have to do anything besides tower defense. I could go for the 3-crown and live adventurously, but I'm not about that life, guys. I just want to win games. Sorry, Shrek, you're going to get sacrificed. This is not your swamp. You are going to get swamped and swarmed by units. GG, well played, and peace out. It was a pleasure playing against you, and as you guys can see, you can destroy Golem players or beatdown players without any building. You don't even need the damage of the Sparky. All you need to have is the Mini P.E.K.K.A. We've pushed up over 999 spots. I feel like if you're running Mini P.E.K.K.A with Rage, people just don't expect how fast the thing fires off, and because the last balance changes are kind of forgotten about, people still aren't necessarily going to be thinking of Mini P.E.K.K.A as a threat. They're going to be like, oh, wow, so Giant Skeleton got a buff, and Archer's got a buff. I gotta be worrying about those cards, but little did they know, the Mini P.E.K.K.A is coming out to play to ruin everyone's day. I love the card too. He's just such a good card, and he's been alive for so long. He's been one of the most OG cards in Clash Royale. I can go for Guards and Snowball, fully deny all damage from this Hog Rider, so that feels fantastic. Even if he logs, I don't think he gets a hit. So I think that's a slight overcommitment on my opponent's end. Now he's gonna have to go and drop an Ice Golem or something to stop the Dark Prince after it destroyed a Musketeer, so we're gonna get a good trade here. Skeletons will not be enough, so you have to go for a Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit, or something else, unless you want to take it straight to the face. He goes in for an Ice Golem. So that's what I love. Getting the Ice Golem out of cycle means that I can go in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A with a Goblin Giant. Wow, if I defended that, I would have been vibing. I didn't expect him to do that. He's going to get back to cannon, and he's going to be able to defend this then. So what I was hoping was I was going to go in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A and a Goblin Giant when he wouldn't have Ice Golem and Cycle, and then he wouldn't be able to pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A to the other side, and if he went for Skeletons, I would go for Mother Witch there. That did not work out near as well as I wanted. Definitely messed that one up, and I still tried to go for it, and I wasn't able to break through. But very well played on our opponent's end. Got to give credit where credit is due. When you want things to work out and they don't work out, you kind of look like a fool, but you bounce back. Every single time when that happens, I refuse to give up. I refuse to surrender. No matter if we get outplayed, we will find our way back in business. I'll go for a Dark Prince and a Snowball. I should be able to deny most of the damage from the Hog Rider, so I'm not too worried. I think it only gets one hit on my tower, which isn't too bad. I wonder if the Mother Witch is going to give us a hit on his tower or not. I think it will. I think he's going to ignore the Mother Witch completely. Oh, he doesn't. Dark Prince. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Dark Prince coming up clutch with the value. Though, you know, after getting in a problematic position, firmly believe that we have not lost the game just yet. So I'm going to go Goblin Giant here. Guards coming in on the other side. Maybe I can get a Mother Witch here if he wants to go in for skeletons. We can rage that up to get some more piggies on the map. More piggy potential, more wins. Oh, 2 piggies with the Spear Goblins and the Mother Witch. This is really good. I'm liking this situation. The guards have done devastating damage on the other side. I just wish I played this better, guys. I would have 100% won this one if I played a little bit better. Not that hard to play better than this. I'll go for a Goblin Giant, and then I think I need to go in for a Dark Goblin here to go and snipe the cannon if possible. That would be amazing. If I snipe that cannon, we can pop off with Rage. Maybe make our opponent rage a little bit.
Bye, have a great time.
He misses the Dark Goblin part 2. Dude, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, is he going to lose his tower right now? Dark Goblin is disgusting. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, I didn't even play this game well. I actually played this like a freaking potato. You guys saw what I was planning, and I told you guys what I thought I was going to be able to accomplish, and I wasn't able to do any of that. Okay, so the Mother Witch isn't going to be able to do enough damage to take that tower, but we're in a really good position. This feels fantastic. You don't have to be good at the game to run this deck. Not at all. Especially if you can use the Dark Goblin in the middle to snipe the buildings. All right, so I can go in for another mini pack in the back and build up a big push if I want to. I think that's going to be our best way of winning, especially if he consistently goes in for logs like that. He's going to have to Earthquake plus log to finish off the Mother Witch. I'm not going to let him kill the mini P.E.K.K.A. I'd rather it lock onto the Goblin Giant instead, and then I can rage this all up. If we can get the Mother Witch to get some piggies out here, then we're vibing. I'm going to go for guards in the middle, so when he logs, he's not able to hit those, and they can disrupt the cannon as well. With the Mother Witch still giving us piggies, this is ridiculous. I'm telling you guys right now, people are not used to playing against Mother Witch. Even if they're running a deck that should counter it, hypothetically, they're going to have so many problems. Also, the Mother Witch is still alive. He doesn't have cannon back in cycle, so I'm going to go in for the Goblin Giant. You guys already know. If the Goblin Giant is in there and it locks onto the tower and your opponent doesn't have a cannon and it's raged up, it's probably going to do a lot of damage. Also, if you go in for maybe a Hog Rider, I've got guards, I've got Dark Prince, so I'm not in a problematic position at all. In fact, I can get a mini pack on top of the Musketeer, so that will vibe a little bit faster and more... ooh. Hey, never mind. You're spending a lot of elixir here, and you're playing pretty well. Also, got to snowball this. The credit where credit is due. He was able to protect his Musketeers, and maybe he played just extremely aggressive on purpose. I don't know. I don't know what this guy was doing. I think I can go for a Dark Goblin in the middle. That should lock on a tower for 2 hits, and I win the game. So, not the most crazy game I've ever played, but it was definitely up there. The fact that he was able to protect his Musketeers in the middle still has me baffled. So I'm going to go in for the guards at the river, just make our opponent feel like we're running a Goblin Drill deck or something along those lines, maybe a Log Bait deck. And he's going to be very confused as this game starts to escalate. So Team Solid, I think that's a pretty good clan, if I remember correctly. And he doesn't know that we have Mother Witch yet. There's no chance. He's going to have a graveyard deck since we see Isozerd and we see Knight. So I'm going to go in for the Dark Goblin in the back after he logs. Ooh, wait, what? Is this Expo? This might be Expo after we see Log instead of Barb Barrel.
Get over here!
Oh, it's going to be an Expo deck. You know what? How about I follow up with a mini P.E.K.K.A. and a Goblin Giant at the river and Rage? This could be a vibe. This could be the play. If the mini P.E.K.K.A. locks onto the tower, he just loses, right? Oh my gosh. Well, he's not solid anymore, guys. He got melted. Absolutely destroyed. He changed forms in seconds. And I kind of feel bad for the dude. Like, he wasn't expecting the mini P.E.K.K.A. plus the Rage. If the Rage hadn't come down, then he wouldn't have missed the rocket because the mini P.E.K.K.A. moves so quickly away from the Tesla that it just wasn't good enough for him. So that was awesome for us. If we're ever able to get into a situation where we can juke and jive a rocket or a big spell because of our raged up units moving away fast enough, that's always going to be a W. So even though he's got Electro Giant, I'm not too scared here. I've got mini P.E.K.K.A., so I'll adjust my card cycle and I'll walk with a win.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, so he knows he can't stop this. He went in for an Electro Giant because he had to take one tower. I let the tower fall, and I completely secured the bag. I made him super sad. People simply don't give enough respect to the mini P.E.K.K.A. Rage. So let's see if we can win 5 games in a row today. This has actually been ridiculous how quickly we've been pushing up. No matter what we play against, no matter who we play against, we have been asserting dominance. I'm going to go for the Dark Prince in the back, and the dude goes in for a Miner. You know, Miner heals my tower. It's not a Mighty Miner. I can ignore that thing. You know, I've been a little bit traumatized by playing against Mighty Miners and Grand Challenges against, like, the Fireball bait deck that I showcased earlier. That deck is so good. Hate when Mighty Miner and Royal recruits get onto my tower. But, you know, this is going to be problematic for our opponent. If he goes in for a Lava Hound right now, he's probably going to eat the Dark Goblin and allow me to go in for a Goblin Giant. If you go in for an Inferno Dragon, I'm able to snowball this and minimize the amount of value that you get. That means that the Inferno Dragon might even die if I'd rage that up. I'm not going to rage it up because I don't want to, you know, spend too much elixir here. I think I should have, though. You know, sometimes when you haven't played the deck that much, this is like my first time playing the deck too, like winning every single game in a row, you're not actually that experienced with it. So now I know in the future, hey, rage that up on top of the Inferno Dragon. When you go in for a snowball plus a rage, you're going to be able to go and kill the Inferno Dragon and guarantee that you do more damage. But if we're playing against a Lava Hound player like this guy, is it optimal for me to be able to kill the balloon right now and then get a decent tower trade? I think that's probably not going to be too bad for me. As long as the minions die, that's fine. Yeah, so he doesn't drop something in front of the minions. We're still vibing. We're still here. Last time he decided to go for an Inferno Dragon. So what are we going to do here? We go in for the Rage plus the Guards, and then also go in for a Snowball. This might be our best tactic. So I'm going to go in for the Snowball when I get the chance. Maybe the Guards can actually disrupt everything too. I'm going to go for the Rage first here, and then I'll Snowball as quickly as I can. I got to get that Snowball down. I got to get that Snowball down. Please! Raged up Guards on the tower. They have all of the power. And now we have a skeleton army going into a Mother Witch. This is a recipe for disaster for my opponent, right? This is exactly what he didn't want to see.
Hello. It's
Oink.
If you're running Graveyard or you're running Skeleton Army, you think that this card is non-existent. You think it's wiped off the face of the map. You think that it's a disgrace to Clash Royale to still be running the Mother Witch. But, you know, we're out here. We're playing it still, and we don't care. The fact is, like, the piggies are going to be able to tank for so long, and then I can go in for, like, a Dark Goblin on the other side, guarantee that he's going to spend Elixir there. Want to go in for Guards and Goblin Giant again just because it's a better transaction. It gives me more value, with the Guards only being 3 Elixir and then applying better counter pressure, so I like doing that a lot more. I think that I can get away with a proper Mother Witch here. Maybe another Dark Goblin. If we can get a Dark Goblin Mother Witch on top of this, and then, oh, he's got arrows, though. I forgot about that. This might actually be pretty bad if your opponent's got Miner plus arrows. That might be the only really bad matchup that we faced so far today. I guess I can go in for another Goblin Giant, and then because we have done more damage to the towers, we probably are in a better spot than our opponent. I also have Snowball here, so we can kill most of the minions pretty quickly. I'm going to Snowball on top of all that stuff. Oh my gosh, the Goblins are not able to kill that in time. And look at the piggies popping off again, guys. You'll love to see it. So in this predicament for us, I got to go all in because I can't guarantee that I'm going to take the tower before he 3-crowns me. So that's the only scary feature. I don't know if the mini P.E.K.K.A is going to do enough damage. I got to hope and pray that we can find our way. I'm going to Snowball this back before the balloon's able to take us out, and I think I'm barely going to lose this one. So out of all the matches today, this is the only tough one. And at the very end, if I lose against someone that has arrows plus Miner for my Mother Witch and Dark Goblin, I can't be sad losing that. Even though we weren't able to win the last game, 4 wins and 1 loss feels pretty good, especially when we're using a card that no one else uses. I'm already hyped to try out more unique strategies tomorrow. Like, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.